Still ahead, the ensuing power tussle over who will carry the day, in as far as the Division of Revenue Bill is concerned, has been conducted by Kenya's audit firms. Now, in a media briefing yesterday at a Nairobi hotel, the Eastern African Regional Head of Audit, Joseph Gishuki, said such gridlock should be carefully checked since its nominal effect will be derailing the budget-making process. They have consequently called on the inclusion of all stakeholders, including the public, in drafting the final budget document. Both the houses have not come to a resolve, and if this persists, the President or the Supreme Court may have the final word on the bill in connection.
An audit firm, PKF Kenya, has raised an alarm that the budget-making process is likely to suffer a major blow if the power war between the National Assembly and the Senate persists. Joseph Gishuki, Eastern Africa Regional Head of Audit PKF, says the arm twisting between the two houses may largely compromise the final budget report.
Look at what's happened. Right now, today, we don't know for sure when the budget process will be complete. We are actually wondering if we should invite you to our budget analysis on Friday, because we don't know if the budget will be read on Thursday. If we cross the June 30th line, no civil servant will have the authority to write a check.
More concerns have also been raised about the over-ambitious projects on the fore, which may compel the government to borrow heavily from outside and further strip bare the taxpayer.
We are going to end up with some debt. We know this. That 1.6 trillion budget actually does have a portion that needs to be paid for by borrowing. So we know that there's a real need to be careful how we spend money. So eliminating waste is really important.
PKF Kenya has also called on the inclusion of all stakeholders in the budget-making process in order to incorporate broad views from, among others, members of the public. The budget report is supposed to be ready by the end of this month.
Along the way, that includes taking advice and comments from members of the public as well. So we thought this is our contribution. We would also like to say a few things into that process, and we do hope that both the policymakers in the executive and the legislators will take some of these ideas into account.
President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to assent and/or reject the revenue allocation bill forwarded to him by the National Assembly after it was stripped of the amendments by the Senate. Samuel Tawish, GBS News.